All right, guys, we're talking about today something I'm not good at. But here's what I'd love you to do. Share this with somebody. Because it might help their marriage. Is this episode 6? We're 6 deep.
Yeah. Welcome.
We would love to know more topics.
Episode
more
6.
Thoughts. Conversation. Series. I don't know. We're not going to be weird. But we would really love to know thoughts, questions, comments. Share it up. Let people know. Because, look, a lot of marriages are just not doing good.
Yeah, they suck.
And it'd be funny if you send it to someone like, why'd you send this to me? Like, you're struggling.
I really need to,
Because you suck at marriage.
Hey, this might be good for you.
No, and look, you don't have to not be good at your marriage to listen to this. This should be like building and helping. Some things are good reminders.
Like this topic we're going to be talking about in just a second is a great reminder for maybe the other person in the room recording this with me right now. Am I right? So this is for all of us.
You're not allowed to be right.
It's not about right. Who's right or wrong?
I'm the man. I'm allowed to be right.
Shut up.
All right. We're going to talk about love languages and why they're so important. And we're not going to be weird about it because there's a lot of people that would be like... There are weird people. Weird.
And we might add a few.
What about the people who are like, oh my gosh, what do they even call it? Where they like hug each other and they like...
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's like, that is weird,
No,
dude.
guys, there really is like weird stuff out there.
What happened to that guy as a child?
Where it's like, we're just going to hug naked for 30 minutes and share energies and...
Look, I'm down to hug. I'm down to do anything naked.
We're going to... we're gonna exchange energies and our feelings.
We'll exchange something.
My emotions will make contact with his emotions, and it's kind of weird.
I wasn't even going that deep. I was just talking about the people that shake when they hug with their clothes on, because it's weird. That's too far.
No, there's just some things that are weird.
It's weird.
You know? But this isn't weird. This is actually quite normal.
Can we put that into this so people can see it, so they know what we're talking about?
Do you really want that?
Yeah, it's weird.
Can you send me a clip of it? I'll put it in.
Yeah,
we gotta find one that's not gonna get us like shut down on here, you know?
No, it's been shared and clipped and duetted by like 1 trillion people.
Want to see the cringiest, most cuddly thing ever? This is called a love surge. And we do this when one of us has like so much love in our limbs that we can't contain it and feel like we're going to explode. So Sean is having a love surge right now, and he's going to wrap around me and shake with the electricity of love until I catch it too and start shaking, and then you explode with a love surge.
I feel so much better.
Don't you?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's the love surge.
So much love was just surged.
I know, but it would just be our luck.
I did get an entire channel shut down. Yeah, Uproar Conference has like a warrant on Facebook. Anytime I'm attached to something that says Uproar Conference, they're like, shut it down.
They're like, screw that guy.
It's been like 10 years. I feel like I've served my time.
It's true.
They should let me out of jail.
Free Cody Spencer.
Actually, it was during COVID, so it's been like 5 years.
Anyway.
Love languages. How many are there, babe?
There are 5.
Are you sure?
And I know that, but I had to ask just to make sure, because, you know, like I said, there's weirdos and they add extra things, you know, or people will be funny, and I would have to agree with some of these, like, oh, well, my love language is food.
But that's like...
My love language is sarcasm and joking.
Well, that could be words of affirmation.
No, I know. I'm joking. But honestly, there are 5 love languages. And I think it's really important that if you've never heard this, what a fun thing to figure out.
Or it's like failing a test all the time.
Yeah, it could either be a massive win or a massive
depends
failure.
On whose opinion you're asking, really. All right, so the 5 are really simply, ready? Words of affirmation. So what they're good at, encouraging them. What they're good at.
Favorite.
Number 2, acts of service. So it's like doing the laundry or the dishes or mowing the yard.
Well, we'll get into what they are.
Okay. Receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Yes. So everybody has, you know, these love languages, and most people, you know, I know a lot of women especially, they'll be like, I'm all of them. But really,
what moves the
all
ball?
of us have like one main one and then like maybe another one that's like secondary, right? Because they're all nice. They're all nice. They all feel good. But what
absolutely.
are you need to know for yourself. So if you don't know, I want to encourage you to figure out what is your love language.
Yes.
And if you do know, well, it's important for you to know what your spouse's love language is.
Probably more important that you know what your spouse's is than you know what yours is.
Right. But I'm saying for anyone who might not know, I had no idea what any of this was before marriage. I didn't know that these were a thing. I can
help you so much.
You didn't help me. So you need to know yours if you don't. And if you do know them, you really, really need to know what your spouse's love languages are.
Absolutely. And they go like this. Like we said, number 1, words of affirmation.
The best one.
I could care less about words of affirmation.
For myself.
You got some in your eye?
This is the best one.
You got a twitch?
The best one.
You didn't have enough coffee today?
Words of affirmation.
Yes.
Love it.
It's just expressing what you appreciate, what they're good
That's what
at.
I appreciate about you.
It's what I appreciate about you. You can't do that. You get off on a whole bunny trail.
All right, come on.
But don't, all right, come on. And you did this.
All right, but listen. Words of affirmation.
Yeah, encouragement.
It's encouragement. It's kind words. Acknowledgement. It's building. It's sharing feelings. You know,
That's scary.
It really is. It's words of deep sentiment, things that you feel about someone or something that they do, things you like. You know, so this one. Stop making that dumb face.
I just said a couple jokes in my head, but I'm keep
with his words, he doesn't. Okay.
I'm from New York, so I'm fluent in sarcasm.
Aren't we all?
All right, keep going. So she loves this and apparently wants to crucify me about it. So here we go. Let's continue.
Okay, but honestly, this one, and my kids are here again on set.
Yeah,
so,
you might have just heard Sloan
if
barking.
Sloan comes crashing in, here we are. But words of affirmation are really important if this is your love language. So if you're someone who really gets built up by what people say about you, then this might be one of yours.
Yes.
You know, if you love cards because people write things in them, or, you know, let's just use social media, right? I mean, it wasn't a thing forever ago, but it is now. When people make nice posts about you for your birthday, or thanking you, or just saying,
write you a poem,
or write you stuff, or say things to you to your face,
or sing you a song.
No. However that comes across and you really enjoy that, and that's how, wow, I feel loved by this. You know, words of affirmation may be your thing. Or, you know, if you notice your spouse is communicating in that way often, they're constantly encouraging you, you know, they're building you up, they're complimenting you, they're always saying what they love about what you do or how well you did something, you know, chances are that is there he's zoning out again, that might be your spouse's love language, because oftentimes whatever our love language is, how we like to receive love is often how we give love or show love. So if you're a words person, you know, the way you might show love is through your words.
Yeah, I feel like these also kind of come from maybe what you got a lot of as a kid or lacked a lot of as a child.
Yes.
So with all 5, but
correct.
But it's important to do it for the other person, even if you're not good at it.
It's true. But see, this is where it's big time in marriage, right? Because again, it comes back to intention.
Yeah.
You have to have good intentions, but it can't just rest on good intentions. It can't stay in your head.
That's good. Yeah. This is good.
Speaking from experience, right?
This is good.
But seriously, it cannot come from just, well, I have good intentions of saying those things. You have to back it. It's an awareness. Okay, this might not be something I'm good at or necessarily like myself, but I know this is what my spouse likes. So I need to be aware and intentional, and I need to act on those intentions. And being mindful, of what your spouse needs. Yeah. Because this isn't like, I think a lot of times, love languages can be thrown out there like they're just like nice things, but genuinely this is how somebody is going to receive and feel loved by you.
And it's like weird, even going back, I was just thinking a little bit more about like a lot of this comes from where you were a kid. It's like, I'm not good at words of affirmation. Not that I don't think them, but I'm not good at them because we used to get like way too many words. It was annoying. You'd be like, all right, shut up. Yeah. Like, cool, I'm over it, dude. I'm over it. Go get it. And that's where it's awkward, right? Because like that's what you want. But for me, it was like, this is overload. I don't want to hear it, and also, I don't even like saying it. But you gotta do better, guys. You gotta do better.
Yes.
All right. Second one, acts of service. Again, this is like just doing stuff to help remove things off of that other person's plate. So maybe it's cooking dinner. Maybe it's cleaning. Maybe it's dishes. Maybe it's flip to the other side of the gender roles. Maybe it's you're mowing the yard or installing a new kitchen faucet. Any of those things.
Yes.
It's like doing something to help
isn't really
alleviate.
Either of ours either.
No. I mean, I hate doing yard work and housework. It's just,
true.
I always have such good intention. I get in the middle of it and everything goes wrong. And it's just like, I'm just going to burn it down.
Right.
I hate it.
Right. But I mean, this is not either of ours.
For some
but
people.
It is, for some people, this really is. They would much rather, instead of a bouquet of flowers or, a nice card or something.
Like $50. It's like pay someone to mow the yard for me instead.
It's doing the act. It's, okay, I'm going to go fold this basket of laundry, or I'm going to go mow the yard, or I'm going to go get the oil changed, whatever it is, or I'm going to go help them accomplish this, so it's really just going out of your way to help the other person.
Yes.
So that's a big one for some people.
And it's intention.
Yeah. All of these really are.
Yeah. The next one is receiving gifts, which is high on my list. Very high. I just like cool things.
The problem with this gift for me, with you, he only likes things that you have to sell organs on the black market.
I've been cursed with a curse.
So, it's great. He has very expensive tastes. And listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just literally might have to start like cutting off body parts and selling them.
It's all right.
In order to afford.
It's just crazy though. It's not even fair. It's like you walk into a store and like, oh, that looks kind of cool.
It's the most expensive item.
Every time. It's like,
actually,
cool, dude. This is awesome.
Yes.
Why me, God? Mm-hmm. But it's all right. But receiving gifts, and look, not everyone loves $1 trillion gifts.
Yeah, honestly,
sometimes it's just a small thing. It's an intentional thing.
And this is just like across the board, right? So receiving gifts, and this is where this is where it comes back to like paying attention, because this is where people can use how you might receive love and twist it, right? Like, oh, you're just materialistic. Well, no. Receiving gifts is how they feel loved, because you're always zoned out.
No, I was completely listening. I was moving my leg. I was listening.
This is what he
Cut
does.
This out. She's bullying me.
This is what he does a lot. You guys,
literally just
need to pray for this man.
abused.
No, because I'm so sick of that.
I'm sending this to the cops.
No. Trey, don't cut this out. This is real life.
Most abuse happens from like not man to woman, it's woman to man, and you just caught it on camera. Physical
touch.
My shin is bleeding.
No. Okay.
I'm not even gonna be able to walk.
All right.
Call an ambulance, please.
Okay. He was zoning out.
I was listening.
No, literally, I just saw your
You're
face.
a bad judge of people.
This is what you do.
I was listening, and then I got murdered.
We'll let these guys decide, okay? The ones who are actually going to watch the full thing are going to see you go like this.
That's how I was listening intently.
I can't even do it.
Like
Because
Shane Gillis, I dodged it.
Stop. Okay.
Slipped it.
All right, we're done. Okay. All right. Just got really hot in here.
That hurt. Didn't really hurt, but...
Anyway, stop zoning out.
I'm not. I was listening about gifts.
Okay, but if you're not careful and you're not aware, saying things like all you care about are things or you're materialistic to someone who likes gifts, that could be damaging to them.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, but you need to understand, like most people, aside from my husband, who like gifts, it can be anything. Hey, I was thinking of you out and I got you flowers, or I got you a card, or I got you, clothing, or I got you food, or just something like that's going to present as a gift.
Yes.
On any level. And most of the time, again, usually whatever your gifts are is also how you show love. So most people who love to receive gifts also like to give gifts.
It's true. It's true. Okay, the next one. Quality time.
Quality time.
And this is different for everybody. Some people it's watching a movie. Some people it's going on a hike, a drive, listening to music, dinner. And we already talked about date night, but quality time. It's just intentional time spent.
Yeah.
And this is different for everybody. So
it is, but I will say what it is not.
Sleeping on the couch?
No. Spending time together, like we said, it's intentional. But I think when, because I've heard couples say, well, we don't spend quality time together. And the other spouse will say, well, we're with each other every night. We watch TV together. But just because you're in the same room, but you're both on your phones and you're not really engaged in any kind of conversation, or one person's kind of not paying attention, that can come off as that's not quality time. To someone who likes quality time, it's intention and it's focused and it's engagement.
Yeah, maybe it's doing a puzzle.
It's engagement. We're both in here together. It's not just a head nod because my phone's buried or my head's buried in my phone, and haha,
playing
and
cards or whatever.
It's again, everything is intentional, and Trey is holding Sloan right now.
Nice. She's having a good time.
You're doing great, Trey.
The kids are hilarious because they'll grab Sloan and then 13 seconds later ditch her.
Like, oh, somebody. I want her. I want to hold her. And then 3 seconds, it's like, oh, here, take her.
Quality time.
Yeah.
All right, last one, physical touch. This is the good one.
I guess this one, though, might have two definitions.
No, there's one definition on this one.
There's two definitions.
There's one definition.
So for men, I would say the definition of quality touch.
Unless you're that one guy who shakes when he gets a hug.
Trey, I can take my child if you need me to. And this is where you guys need to have conversations, okay? Because physical touch is not just bedroom time, okay? It can be.
Yeah, you can do it anywhere. It gets boring if it's only ever in the bedroom.
Sloaney macaroni.
Hi, babe.
But physical touch, I think, and this is any of these really, guys, like it's going to take conversation. You have to talk about it. You have to figure it out. You have to say what you like or don't like. And this man never takes anything serious when it comes to these things. I don't know if we'll ever actually make it to a topic that involves the bedroom, because he just will be like the whole time. Right?
It's funny. And fun.
It is fun. But you cannot. Physical touch for a man is different for a woman.
Not all women.
No, not all women. Just like not all men, but mostly. Okay? I'm sure most of the people watching this would agree.
Tell us down in the comments.
For a woman, physical touch is not just a like, let me aggressively grab you and just let's go do this thing. It's not. Physical touch can involve holding hands and gentleness and hugs.
Yeah, we do great at
cuddling.
If you stop taking the corner on the couch all the time, we could cuddle.
Well, if this man would stop falling asleep all the time.
We're going to fight right now.
Girly. You could tell this is one we need, guys. We are working on love languages.
Yeah. I need the corner of the couch. I need the corner of the couch. But yeah, no, you're right. It's way more. There has to be genuine touch, and physical connection is very important.
Yes. Oh my gosh. All right.
Very important. And we need to be good at that.
Yeah.
Sloan, do you have something to say about this situation?
My other child has her pacifier.
Trey is not your child.
I didn't say Trey was my child.
But he's got the pacifier. I just heard him say on the other side, but I have the pacifier. Okay. People watching this are probably like, this is a zoo.
This is a zoo.
What is happening here?
There we go, girly.
We're under attack by children. Oh, a tired child.
She's a tired baby.
Now she's going to fight it. Put your head down, little girl.
Yes. So physical touch, and that it really is a big one. All jokes aside, it is a big one. And, you know, some people really are not like affectionate, huggy people. Naturally, this is not one of mine. It's not. It might be because of my husband.
That's crazy. I feel like most men
being
aggressive touch is
for the first few years of our marriage, you know.
That's who I am as a human.
He's an aggressor.
Like, yeah, just win.
He's a toxic masculine man.
Masculine man. It's true, actually.
That's all right. I love my toxic masculine man. So
it's true. So, okay, how do we identify love languages? I think first is like, you already mentioned it, but like reflect on how you show love.
Yeah.
And that's probably an indicator of how you like to receive love. Yeah. Which is important. And just pay attention.
Yeah.
The second one is like, maybe just think about it for a minute. Like, what makes you feel most loved? What makes you feel most appreciated? What makes you feel most valued and celebrated? Yeah. And it's probably the same way that you like to show love. It's all going to start lining up here.
Right.
And then even like take into account like past experiences, past relationships, past encounters, and figure out like at what stands out about it. And you'll start to determine really where this ends up, where this lies. And then you need to figure out how to communicate like what that is.
Yeah.
And when the bank is low. So if you are only ever, and this is where like we just got to be good at it, and it's not the easiest thing in the world for some people. They're really good at this, but it's like a bank, right? If you always go to the bank and you are just withdrawing money, eventually you're going to run out of money. Yeah. There has to be deposits or you can't make withdrawals. And this is with a lot of things in life. This is with leadership. This is with your health. This is also in your marriage and with love languages. You have to make intentional deposits if you want it back.
Yeah.
And we are reciprocatory. We respond. We match that energy that we're getting. In a sense, it's like we come back with what we get. So you have to intentionally, and I'm not new age when I say match energy. I'm not talking about weird energy. I'm talking about like when you walk in a room and you're excited and everyone else is excited. It's like there's energy in the room that all matches. It's the same. We're
not rock rubbers over here.
Yeah, I'm not looking at no stars wondering how my day is going to be. Don't worry. I think that's kind of weird. Also, blows my mind that people are like, I don't believe the Bible because men wrote it. It's like, who wrote about your stars today?
A man.
Goofy. Some weirdo in like Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
With a tin hat. Like, congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm the weird one. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to me. So you have to make intentional deposits. If you want to withdraw, if you want to be loved, you have to love.
Yeah.
Scripture says it like this: like, if you want to have friends, you got to be friendly. Guess what? I would say equally, like, if you want to be loved, you need to love. You got to lead in that thing. You have to set the tone and the pace in that thing. Right.
And I think it's important to remember so like, love language isn't just like, well, I buy her everything and, you know, I do things for her, but you're like always
but they don't care about that.
Unkind but no, like outside of that, like, but you're unkind every other, like, with how you do it, or, you know, you still, all of these still play into what love actually is, and it's being kind, and it's being generous, and it's, you know, considering the other person above yourself.
I would say that's like the largest issue you see in marriage is like people don't consider themselves greater than themselves. And even with this, it's like that goes to, it's like, maybe it's acts of service and all you do is buy gifts, or it's physical touch and all you do is say words. It's like, well, congratulations, you're not considering that person more important than yourself in this moment.
Song. This isn't about you.
Poor girl. Sleepy baby. So
yes.
Back to this stuff.
Come on.
So we're going to wrap this up because Sloan is not going to participate.
Hold on. Well,
it's been great. There's a whole book about this. If you want to read it, you can.
Yeah, you can.
And there's a test online that you could take. And your spouse could take the test. But I hope you guys have a great day. And Sloan is ruining this.
Love you.
See ya.